Hello, my name is Clow, and I'm going to be talking about the top 3 things to know about HIV prevention. I'm a little sick right now, so sorry if I sound a little rough or look a little rough, but I'll be doing my best. The first thing that I think we should cover in talking about HIV prevention is the modes of transmission. So, being able to know the modes of transmission allows a person to take preventative measures against any kind of possible chances of infection, therefore, making knowing the modes of transmission an important preventative measure. So, there are 3 main ways that HIV is transmitted. Uh, First, through sexual intercourse, and this is primarily refers to men who have sex with men as well as heterosexual couples. Um, Second is blood to blood contact, so that refers to the sharing of needles by injection drug users or possibly contact between 2 people with open wounds. And the third way HIV is transmitted is through mother to child, so that could be in the form of either breastfeeding or possible transmission prenatally in the womb. Knowing these transmission ways allows a person to be able to take prevention precautions when participating in any of these activities. So, for example, using condoms for when you have sexual intercourse, or avoiding having open wounds around anyone who's possibly infected, or and there's also medicines that a mother can take while pregnant that could lower the risk of transmission. The second thing to know about HIV prevention is that there are preventative medicines available on the market currently. So the first one to know about is pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is branded as Truvada or PrEP, as most people refer to it. And it allows, it's a pill taken daily that allows for very strong protection if taken consistently, anywhere from 92 to 99% effective. And it takes the form of an early antiretroviral drug, so it is basically treating the disease before it could possibly mutate into something new. The second medicine available on the market is post-exposure prophylaxis, which is also known as PEP, which is taken after possible exposure, and it must be started or taken within the first 72 hours of after possible exposure. And it should only be used in emergencies because it is a relatively high dose of antiretroviral drugs, which could be dangerous for some people. And I think the third and probably most important thing to know about HIV prevention is that getting tested is the most important preventative measure. So it's a very effective preventative measure because of the fact that the vast majority of new HIV cases do come from unknowing transmitters. So these are people who don't know that they're HIV positive, but do continue to either have sex or share needles or have children after their exposure time. And I think that it's most important to get tested because it not only protects a person, but it also protects all the people around that person from possible exposure. Because once someone is HIV positive, they can receive treatment for their HIV, and this will lead to an undetectable viral load, which would likely reduce the probability of transmission. It also Getting tested is never a really bad idea because even if someone is HIV positive and it can't really be considered a preventative measure, getting tested will improve treatment options because a person who is HIV positive will have a better time dealing with the disease if they are if the disease itself is caught early. So just to quickly go over everything that we've talked about so far is that the 3 main things that I think it's important to know about HIV prevention are the modes of transmission and being able to take preventative measures after knowing those. Knowing about the possible medication options for preventative measures such as PrEP and PEP, and that getting tested is the most important aspect of preventative measures that a person can take to protect not only themselves, but all of the people around them as well. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.